Hey friends, I'm going to talk about my observership experience while I was in the US. When I first landed at the airport, I was a bit anxious about how would I be able to catch the right bus or not. So I used Google Maps to find out a public transport that would take me from the airport to the Airbnb. And I was a little worried, what if I lost my way? What if I get robbed or something like that? But thankfully none of those things happened and I made my way to the Airbnb safely and soundly. Time to walk you through the campus. It's very pretty. As far as my first day at the rotation, I was really scared. I was scared about what in the world I could do as an observer to impress my attending such that he would end up writing a strong letter of recommendation for me. I mean, I did not had access to EMR. I wasn't supposed to be talking to the patients, let alone examine them and all that. I was literally an observer. I was supposed to shadow my attending, say thank you at the end of the day, move on. And this is what I was doing until the end of my first week, when I realized, hey, things aren't going as I wanted them to be. I've got to do something about it, unless I want a generic letter of recommendation that says, oh, he was punctual, polite. So I decided to present cases. In particular, I decided maybe I could describe mental status exams of the patients that we are seeing together, and that could help the attending write something more specific in my letter. And it would also show that I take initiative. I mean, my attending, he knows that most of the observers who come, like, they would shadow and leave, and me taking the initiative to present cases would look good upon me. And if I would be presenting cases, I would obviously be getting feedback from my attending. He would be making corrections to my presentations, and that would show that I am a highly coachable candidate, the person they would want as a future resident in their program. But here's the thing, I had just finished mid school and I didn't know shit about psychiatry, or at least this is what I thought. And I had that inferiority complex, like I'm not good enough at like doing these kind of things, like who am I to describe these things, and I would end up looking really, really bad. And the way I talked myself out of it was, hey, I am having an exaggerated sense of self-importance by thinking along these lines. I mean, I probably think too highly of myself if I were to not present cases because I'm afraid I would look bad. And guess what? No one wants an employee who thinks very highly of themselves, or let alone employee. Like, we do not want people as friends, spouses, or any other relationship if they're the kind of person who have an exaggerated sense of self-importance. I know I'm taking this to a bit extreme, like being afraid of presenting cases because you might look bad is a totally normal feeling. But here's the thing, it's normal as a feeling, but you do not need to act on those feelings, right? You act on your values, and one of my values that I want to have is courage. So on this particular random day, I dared to propose to my attending, like, Dr. Machado, do you think I could describe the mental status exam of the patient we just saw together? And he was like caught off guard. He was a little surprised. He probably didn't expect an observer to say something like that, but he was surprised in a pleasant kind of manner. He was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I gave it a shot. It was horrible. It was the most awful presentation I ever did. That said, it helped me dial down my fear about presenting cases, and from that day on I was presenting cases every day, and my presentations got a lot better. Hopefully that would probably end up on my letter of recommendation, and even if not, I think it just makes me a more confident person. All right, time to have some fun now.
ये गिरेगा इस बार
ये गिरी ना
लाइक यू बीइंग इन पाइका
क्या कर रहा है क्यों खेल रहा है तू अरे ट्राइंग टू हेल्प मी थैंक यू फॉर दैट
खेल ले भाई नेक्स्ट वाला
थैंक यू फॉर दैट
You're only burning a torch you can.
You know, a funny thing happened on a particular day. I missed my bus. To be more honest, like, I didn't miss the bus, but the bus that was scheduled at that particular time never came, and I had to wait another 20 minutes for the next bus. But thankfully I still reached to the hospital on time. I also realized that in order to become good at anything, we first need to be bad at it, and I would never want to stop myself from trying out new things just because I'm afraid that I would look bad at it. During the first few days of my rotation, I was getting lost in the hospital. Like, I was having a difficult time finding my way around. I was a little overwhelmed with the surroundings, and I remember this particular day I was supposed to meet with an attending, and my senior, who was working as a postdoc there, had advised me to bring a paper and pen along myself, and like, this was decided while I was there at the hospital itself, and I didn't had a pen or paper with myself on that particular day. I was so scared of simply asking for a random piece of paper from someone at the office. I was like, oh, I cannot ask for this particular thing. What would they think? I'm interrupting their workflow, blah blah blah. And sometimes we try to hide behind the appearance of being polite, but really we're just scared. And again, it's okay to feel scared, but it's not okay to act on that feeling, right? A lot of people are kind and helpful so long you are willing to take the initiative to go say hello first to them and introduce yourself. Like, I do not want to use the label introvert here, but a lot of people who identify as being introvert, I think they simply have an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Again, no offense. So anytime I see a new resident or even a new nurse or someone new in the hospital around the area, I would walk up to them. I would say, hey, hi, my name is Abhishek, and I just wanted to say hello to you. I'm an observer here. I'm shadowing Dr. blah blah blah, and just wanted to say hello to you. And they would really smile back. They would be pleased that I walked up to them and said hello to you. So you probably understand this intuitively, but here's the thing. The person who first introduces themselves is considered like he's considered in a positive light, like he's considered friendly. So like if a random stranger in my workspace, like whom I haven't met before, like we both share the same workspace but we haven't talked to each other, it's not like I consider him as an enemy or anything like that. It's just that I keep to myself, he probably keeps to himself. But the day he would if like he would be the first person to come say hello to me, I would tend to develop a positive feeling towards him, and in general like I would feel really good about him, and I would think of him as a really pleasant and kind person, like so kind of him to come and say hello to me, right? So if you were to do the same, if you were to take the initiative to say hello first and introduce yourself, you would be that person who would come across as a friendly being. And people who look really stone-faced and people who look really serious and cold on first glance, like you might think that, oh, he's probably not the kind of person who would want to help me. Trust me, most of those people, if you were to go say hello first and introduce yourself, they would turn out to be your best friends during your rotation and would help you a lot.